It's been absolutely bananas. So for the Colorado Buffaloes to be one of the worst teams in college football over the last 10 years or so, now to be the most talked about, the most watched, the most interest in of any college program in the country has just been amazing. The Coach Prime effect, I thought it would be big. I had no idea it would be this big. It's been bananas out here.
You say that. We talked to Shaq yesterday, and he said, he's the best coach in college football. And then in his life, he compared him to Phil Jackson. That you come in and you have that him and Kobe needed Phil Jackson to take them over the hump. And look what Deion is doing and how those kids have responded.
Oh, the kids. Okay, so we knew that they would be a more talented football team. There was no way that it could be as poorly talented as they were last year. They were one of the worst teams in college football. But when you bring in 88 new players, you bring in 68 new scholarship players. Well, how are these guys going to come together and play together? So the Phil Jackson analogy may be a really good one because, yes, Shaq and Kobe were great, talented players, but the genius of Phil Jackson was getting those guys to play together. So Shador Sanders and Travis Hunter and all the other great players in the Colorado Buffaloes, it's not about their individual talent. It's the fact that Coach Prime has got them to play together so quickly. Typically, it takes a year for a team to kind of come together. So for them to hit the ground running 3-0 to start this season, it's really just been amazing.
And it doesn't get any harder. The tough stretch is coming up. Oregon, USC. What are your expectations first going into this weekend versus Oregon without Travis Hunter?
Without Travis Hunter, the Buffs are certainly going to be missing his talent on both sides of the ball. But I think Oregon is a winnable game for the Buffaloes. Bo Nix, their quarterback. I think Shador Sanders is the better quarterback between the two. And so often these games come down to the skill and talent of the individual quarterbacks. I've got to give Shador Sanders the nod there. And then the Buffs, I think, recognize that they didn't play to their level against Colorado State. While it was a great, entertaining game, one of the most watched games in college football history, particularly considering the late kickoff of that game, the Buffs left a lot to be desired with their effort and their execution on the field. So I expect them to be better this week against Oregon, recognizing that the talent level of their opponents is really beginning to step up.
Speaking of Travis Hunter, the hit Henry Blackburn, they need extra security. He's been getting death threats. Travis came out and said it's part of football. You're a defensive player. What was your thoughts on that hit? Dirty play, not dirty play?
No doubt that was a dirty hit on Travis Hunter. The ball had bounced twice on the sideline before he got hit there. Should death threats be issued? Should his family be concerned? No, that's taking things way too far. Some of this hip hopification of college football is going a little too far where now we got ops and we're issuing death threats. Let's leave that stuff to, that part of life. College football is an amazing game. And while there can be some controversial or ugly plays like that hit on Travis Hunter, let's leave the death threats, let's leave that out of football forever, please.
How about Coach Prime's future? You'll get naysayers saying, what's to say he won't do in Boulder what he did in Jackson State, and another job will come along. Concerned at all that this might not be for the long haul?
Well, initially I had those concerns because at some point a school from the SEC or the Big Ten was going to offer him double what the Buffaloes are paying him. If they pay you $5 or $6 million a year, I'll give you 10 or 12. And those programs have the money to be able to do that. But as this season has gone along with the amount of interest that has come to Colorado and the elevation of the Colorado program, I think the number of schools that he would leave for becomes smaller and smaller and smaller. While before I was just worried about somebody offering him more money, now I think he would not leave unless it's for one of the true blue bloods of college football. It's got to be in Ohio State. It's got to be in Alabama. It's got to be in Michigan, maybe his alma mater, Florida State. But outside of a small list of schools like that, he's not leaving and going to Missouri or Texas A&M or something like that. So I think he will be a Colorado Buffalo, at least for the foreseeable future. And let's not forget, Shador Sanders, his dad, Coach Prime, has been the only coach he's ever had. So I'm not sure if Shador can transfer again. So unless Shador can move with Coach Prime, I think they're going to be together at least until his college eligibility is up.
As a proud Colorado Buffalo, how exciting is this? The attention that your school is getting. It's been a long time.
It's been a long time. I was a part of the glory days at the University of Colorado. We won a national championship during my time. So I to your point, am a very proud Colorado alum. But It's been some tough times watching the Buffaloes. And last season, 1-11, one of the worst seasons in Colorado football history, was very disappointing to watch. But the very quick turnaround, the attention, the notoriety, the dollars, because it takes dollars to win in college football these days, all have this program going in the right direction.